Good morning, folks. I'm back again. Full Circle Essentials, of course. I want to talk about something or a topic that I put on one of my other videos before. And that video, hopefully it hit its mark. Hopefully it stuck for some people. In that video, I had a book out. The book had the word leader or lead. From that book, I took leadership. That was from that video. That particular video. You have to check it out. It's nothing important. Today, I'm speaking on motivation. I brought out something that you're familiar with, you should be familiar with, and that's my personal hourglass. I brought this hourglass out, and understand this is not scripted, this is just right off the top, right from the dome. I brought out the hourglass to let you know that everyone has something that motivates them. What motivates you? This hourglass is what motivates me. Why is that, you might ask? For me, folks, it symbolizes time. The hourglass. Every day I live my life, I go off of time. There's no way around it. There's no way to run from it. All you can do is just face it. From the time you wake up in the morning till the time you go to sleep. I realize that there's only so much time on this earth that we have, 24 hours in a day, however you want to call it. But I know that time is short. And for many of us, we don't have a lot of time. Let me give you an example. Have you ever been around people, either in your family or in your circle or around you, or in your circle, just around you, associates, maybe friends, that misuse time? What do you mean? Well, I mean procrastinators. We have a lot of procrastinators in this world. We have a lot of people that misuse time. People that say they're gonna do this, they're gonna do that. I got time. I got plenty of time to do that. And not realizing, as I said before, time is short. I realized that time was short ages ago, since the time I could remember. I believe when that had came into place in my life, realizing that we don't have a lot of time in general on this earth, on this planet, that I had to step it up and get my act together. I've even come across ones, as I mentioned before, that procrastinate, that I've had to push to the side. Get them out of my circle. Get them away from me. Because all it did is just brought me down. And it's still going. That sand in the hourglass will soon run out, and so will our time. There was a time when, speaking of time, that I wore watches like crazy. But not just wore watches, I had to have a different watch. Every chance I got, didn't matter what type of watch. Didn't have to be expensive, just a watch. Could have been a certain brand, certain color, certain style, didn't matter. That watch for me symbolized time. When I looked at that watch, and the particular watch, not the brand, but the watch itself, it showed me and reminded me that I don't have a lot of time. With that being said, you should have the same mind process, the same way of thinking. You don't have a lot of time. There's not enough time on this earth to do what you need to do. But there is enough time to get things done now. People, not judging them at all when I mention procrastinators. Procrastinators will always procrastinate. And the ones that admit to being procrastinators, shout out to them. I have not met one, I'm just saying for myself, I have not met one yet, one procrastinator that has jumped up one day and said, you know what, I'm gonna stop messing around and I'm gonna make things happen. I'm gonna take action. I've been around procrastinators that have taken me down. And once I started to watch them take me down, I had to stop and back up literally 6 feet, so to speak, and analyze the entire situation along with myself and say, you know what, this is not good for me. Every person knows themselves, or they should, their abilities, their skills, what they're capable of doing and not doing. I myself, I'm a go-getter. I like to make things happen. I don't like to just sit around and wait for the next man to make it happen, or for someone out there to just make it happen for me. With that being said, as far as time goes, you out there in the audience, listening, ask yourself, how much time do you have? Do you have a day? Do you have an hour? Do you have a minute? Do you have a second? You don't really know. I don't really know. Be in charge of your own life and your own destiny. Take charge of only things that you can control. And stop putting all your energy in things that you can't control. Stop wasting your time. In other words, do what you say you're going to do and finish what you start. Stop wasting time. It's still going, but it's going to run out soon. But as I said before, this is what motivates me. Now, I don't sit it next to my bed and flip it and, and check on it and see, oh, any more sand left? Before I flipped it around and turned it, you saw how much was in there. That's how much sand was in there. There's no more. This is the size, the dimensions, the diameters. This is all you get. Use that as an example. This is all you get, folks. That's in here. You don't get nothing else, nothing more. With that being said, do something with your life. I decided to come here to do content for a particular reason. For one particular reason. I wanted to enjoy myself for what little time I have. I've been around different spaces. I've watched different content.